Hello, hello. Welcome back, my peoples, to the Blitzburg Coverage Podcast. I'm your host, K Mac. Here we go, man. Friday, game day weekend, talking about this matchup we have here for week 7 of the NFL football season. Talking New York Jets heading to the Berg, Pittsburgh Steelers. Week 7, Sunday Night Football. 4-2 Pittsburgh versus 2-4 New York Jets. Steelers coming off of their victory on the road versus the Las Vegas Raiders, while the Jets lost a very close game against the Buffalo Bills on Monday Night Football, a game in which they probably should have won had their field goal kicker made some of those kicks, but they didn't make them. It is what it is. My hair looks terrible. All right, man, let's go. First off, it has been confirmed through George Pickens and just hearing through the leaks. Russell Wilson is going to be the starting quarterback Sunday night. And I have mixed thoughts and opinions on that. And we'll get to that in a second. Aaron Rodgers on the other side, it's not going to be easy. The Jets, though, are 2-4. They have their flaws. We have ours. But I don't know if this was the right time to make this decision. I feel Fields has played pretty solid this season so far. 10 touchdowns, 1 interception. And could have had a couple more, but they don't count. You got to catch them. And honestly, with football, there's so many times you could look back if this happens, the shouldas, the couldas, the wouldas. To me, the way I view it is Fields honestly did his role of a backup quarterback. Was his resume good enough to be definitely the starter? I feel like for at least this week. You're talking a 4-2 record. He did what he was asked to do, which was be able to move the chains. Don't turn the ball over. Don't kill the team. And I feel like he did that job, though. You look at film throughout some of the weeks, and there's open receivers. He doesn't hit them. Whether it's because he doesn't see them open, or he doesn't throw them open, or he's just a little bit too inaccurate at times, you could definitely make that case. But I think with Fields so far through 6 weeks, you're talking about a guy who could arguably be 2 plays away from 6-0. You look at that Dallas game. He had his hand as far as us now being able to score in that game with the 3 takeaways by the defense and the blocked field goal. He played his part in that loss, but they got us to leave 4 minutes and the defense couldn't close it. You're talking 1 play away. If Dak doesn't make that throw, we're 5-1. And then you look at the Colts game. That muff snap, which was on him, and that's been a reoccurring issue, is some of the snap issues. Whether it was Frazier or Fields, either or, it's on both of them, whatever. You look at that muff snap against the Colts. If that doesn't happen, do we go down and win? Potentially. Maybe we go to overtime. We don't know. Could be 6-0. But I feel like we've played Fields on such a leash. I don't know what else he could have done better. Maybe he could have been better with his throws, passing game, but I'm not a football expert. I don't play football. But your eyes can tell you a lot with watching the sport. And, I could definitely see at times receivers are open, but at the same time, motherfuckers can't create separation. And when George Pickens is out here running half-ass routes, what else is Fields going to do? He's going to resort to his legs. And that for me is, one of the biggest X factors here is Russell Wilson really going to upgrade the passing game so much to where it neglects not being able to have the ability that Fields has rushing the ball, because this offensive line still can't pass protect that well. Is Wilson going to be able to go through his reads? Is Wilson going to be mobile enough to where he's going to be able to escape the pocket, play extend, run the ball? Fields, is an absolute red zone machine. And what I mean by that is when it's within the 10 or 15-yard line, he can put up 6 at any time. I don't think Russell Wilson can do that. And is Russell Wilson the guy who can release the ball quick and read and scan the defense within 2-3 seconds? I don't know. I've never really seen that, as a part of his game. Russell Wilson has always been a kind of guy who, backyard football, kind of similar to Ben, how he makes a guy miss, extends the play, gets a big-time completion. Is he going to be able to do that officially this weekend against the Jets, who have a very solid defense? Not sure why they fired Robert Saleh, but they did. You're talking Quinnen Williams, a very good defensive tackle, now going up against our backup, Ryan McCollum, who's going to be getting his first start, unless you're counting last week's game time after Zach Frazier got hurt. Quinnen Williams, C.J. Mosley, Quincy Williams, Sauce Gardner, and they also have some really good cornerbacks over there. So it's like, the aspect in which the Jets are vulnerable to, which is running the football, because that's really how Buffalo was able to beat them last week, was running the ball. And season statistically wise, team defense wise, they're way better against the pass than against the run. So you're telling me the week that we're going to try to throw the ball more is going to be against a team that is better against the pass than the run. So Fields is better on the move. Fields can run the ball. Fields can move the chains. Fields can, have some broken plays and just pick up yardage, little small yardage plays, and just, keep the time possession on our side. Wilson's not going to be able to do that. I know he was top 10 for rushing yards last year, but the whole point of going to Russ is to try to upgrade the passing game, because Tomlin basically said it hasn't been anything Fields has or hasn't done. It's just that we think we want to be great. So is Russell Wilson really going to be, the guy that is able to bring this passing game to the next level? 200 plus, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns type of performance every week? I don't know. I just don't like this matchup, to be honest with you. I think I would rather have seen Fields this week, and then maybe you go again. Maybe you throw Russ out there against the Giants on a Monday night game at home. I know we're at home Sunday night, but I know the Giants defense hasn't allowed 21 points or over this season, but I definitely can say I think the Jets defense is better than the Giants. So I think Russ probably should have had another week of practicing with the ones, and then maybe you play Russell next week. But I just don't know, because this matchup's going to be tough. The Jets, I know they're 2-4, but they're not going to be easy. Rodgers started out the year slow, but I think he's really gotten his game going. Their offensive line really isn't that good, so I think we're going to really look to maybe blitz a little bit, but at the same time, we don't really blitz. Terrell Austin and our defense has one of the lowest blitz percentages across the league. They were like bottom 10, but because we don't really need to blitz. But now it's like, now you're talking about the Jets with Devontae Adams and Rodgers. Those two have had quite the rapport throughout the years when they were in Green Bay. Garrett Wilson leads the league in targets, so they're going to try to throw the rock to him. Breece Hall is a very good running back. Good out of the backfield as well. Hard to bring down. And then Braylon Allen, their backup, he's pretty solid as well. So we have a lot on our plate here as far as defensively. Though I will mention, getting Alex Highsmith back this week is going to be massive. He is, sounds like he's healthy as he can be. He participated in practice fully the past 2 practices, which was today and yesterday. So we're going to be getting him back. It also sounds like we're going to be getting Damontae Kazee back, so he'll probably be in some of those maybe 3 safety packages. I haven't really seen a whole lot of that, but at least we'll get some special teams players back for that one. Offensively, Roman Wilson suffered a hamstring injury yesterday, and he's questionable. Is he going to have much of an impact in this game? Probably not, but I'd rather him be healthy than not healthy, just to have potentially another guy to throw to, because we don't really know who we're going to throw to outside of Pickens and Freiermuth. That's just what it's been this year. Maybe we'll be able to get Jaylen Warren going a little bit more. That'd be great. Screenplays. I just know he gets going. He helps our offense move the chains a lot. So, I don't know. I think this is a very bold strategy by Tomlin. You're talking 4-2 record, 10 touchdowns to 1 interception. That's pretty solid, man. You know what Fields is going to bring. And I guess we're going to try Russell Wilson the next 2 weeks, and then we're going to head into a bye week. And, if Russ looks good, he'll probably be the starter the rest of the season, but I don't know. If this move hits, I can't talk shit, but it's like, dude, we can't lose this game. This is a big game. We got to keep up with not only just the Ravens, the rest of our conference. This is another AFC game, and, at the end of the year, this could be a tie-breaking game between us and the Jets. Because I have to assume the Jets are going to be better with Davante Adams. They just are. Davante Adams is one of the best receivers in the league. He's just going to create more running lanes for them, especially this game. It's like, defensively, being a Bishop's going to be asked to step up. It's going to help a lot getting Highsmith back, though. That way, at least TJ's not getting fucking chipped. And then triple team with the fucking tight end or the right tackle and the running back. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. But he'll still make plays. So, we got number 90. And I'll be curious to see, it's Russ. Let's ride, Russ. Let's go, This is your team now. And Tomlin's giving you the go. So, he'll be the starter Sunday night. And honestly, I think if Russ starts out slow, I think we could see, some times where maybe Fields comes in for a little wildcat, maybe just some red zone plays. That was my initial kind of premise when it came to this season. I was like, I still feel like Fields can have a role, but you also have to take into part that draft pick we gave up was a 6th-rounder that can conditionally become a 4th, depending on the snap percentage for Fields throughout this season. I think if it's 50+%, or at least 50%, it becomes a 4th. So maybe they're keeping that in mind. But I don't know. I think it's just, I don't know, man. I feel like this was the week to ride with Fields, and then next week you go to Russ. But hey, that's why I'm not paid to make these decisions. The team is rocking with both guys, so the receivers just want to get the ball, and let's hope Russell. I hope Tomlin's right. I hope I'm not wrong. I hope Russ proves us wrong. I'm not doubting him. He's been in the league for a long time. Had a decent year last year with Denver, but is he really going to elevate the passing game is my question. Is he really going to make up for not having the rushing upside that Justin Fields has and the mobility aspect? I don't know. We don't know. And it's a tough spot to throw Russ in. Sunday Night Football. The whole country's watching. And I guess we're going to find out Sunday night, man. Predictions for this game. The Jets average about 18 points a game. We average a little bit over 20. So I'm liking a lower scoring, obviously a defensive game. Though I think we have to get to Rodgers because, you look at this season and our 2 losses. We got shredded by Flacco and Dak. Rodgers, obviously one of the best quarterbacks of all time. There's no debate about that. I mean, 3-time MVP winner, Super Bowl champion. And actually, the last time he played us was in the Super Bowl. Actually, my apologies. It was 2021. My bad. My apologies. And he shredded us then. So, if we don't get to him, he'll definitely give our defense some problems. So, we're going to need JPJ to step up. Dante Jackson's been a very good trade asset that we acquired with Deontay. So, secondary's going to have to play huge. The rush. The defense as a whole has to play a good game for us to win this game. Because Rodgers, I still think he's a solid quarterback. And like I mentioned, Dak and Flacco gave us issues. So, I like the Steelers probably in a 20-17 kind of game. I think if we get 20 points, I think we can win. If we allow under 20 points, we should win. I think we will win if we allow under 20, but this is going to be a tough game. We're down Zach Frazier, at least until the bye week. The Jets have a solid defense. Roland Wilson, is he going to play? Who the fuck else is going to step up? We're going to need some Calvin Austin in there. Van Jefferson, I haven't liked what I've seen out of him, but fuck, dude, we just got to get someone to get the fuck open. Pickens against Sauce Gardner. It's going to be interesting to see if Pickens elevates his game. And, we'll see, but this will be a very tight, contested game. Jets are the favorite, so Tomlin at home as an underdog in prime time. Hard to bet against him. We're actually better as underdogs, so I don't know. Give me the Steelers in a 21-20, 20-18, 20-17 type of ball game. It'll be very close, low scoring, defensive. And if we allow over 20 points, I don't know if we win. That's really what it is for me every week. If we allow over 20, I don't know if we'll win. But if we allow under 20, we'll win the game. So I think we pulled this one out. It's a much needed 4-2. 4-3 does not sound as juicy as 5-2 and another AFC conference win. But that's it for you, boy. How do you guys feeling about this game? Sunday night in the Berg. Coming off of a win last week. Let's stack a dub, another one. And let's go out there and let's get this dub, man. It's a big game. And it will not be easy. So let's go, Pittsburgh. Hashtag here we go. Hashtag Blitzburgh Coverage Podcast. Give your boy a like. Share the podcast. Give your boy a review. That way we can spread this thing. Let everyone know who the heck is the number one podcast in the world for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's your boy K-Mac with the Blitzburgh Coverage Podcast. Let's go. We out this thing. Let's go.